Jaspal, I've made you the host. You can make the number of co-hosts. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone, the speaker is here with us and we're going to start the event in 5 minutes. Everyone, please switch on your cameras and mute your audio to maintain the decorum of the session. A very good evening to everyone assembled here. I, Aliva Mishra, have the privilege of taking you through an amazing talk series that will help you to gain insights into the current trends in supply chain management. We are proud to be part of KSOM that has a unique way of delivering quality education which goes beyond classroom trainings and provides us with non-conventional platforms that help us to inculcate and nurture the management skills required by the corporate world. Alumni Talk Series by Team Congregate is an exclusive event which provides the student a platform to learn and gain perception about the current trends in the field of management with the help of our esteemed alumni as our speaker, who helps us in diversifying and creating multiple directions to provide and acknowledge our students to grow and develop in the future. As the supply chain management is one of the most crucial sectors that includes planning, resourcing, manufacturing, and delivering logistics, Team Congregate is back again today with the virtual alumni talk series, Supply Chain Management Scopes and Future Prospects. The discussion today will help students to recognize the skills to work on and how to adapt themselves to the ongoing placement scenario in supply chain field and to prepare them for the upcoming placement drives by various companies. It is a privilege for the entire team to have our faculty coordinator, Dr. Ayushi Rai Chaudhary ma'am among us, who has always been a motivator to all of us and has always assisted us in moving our club to new heights of success. Ma'am, I would request you to address the gathering with your kind and supportive words. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, thank you, Alima. And please pardon me if my internet connection maybe a little, it's not that good. I was traveling and sorry for keeping you waiting, all of you. Now, good evening to everyone present here. First of all, let me express my gratitude to our dear alumni, Harpreet Singh, KSOM alum of 2016-18 batch, for sparing out time out of your busy schedule to be with all of us today. Now, I, on behalf of KIIT School of Management, KSOM Alumni Club, Founder Sir, Director Sir, Dean Sir, welcome you to the monthly alumni talk series scheduled today on the topic scope and future prospects in supply chain management. Now, the aim of this monthly alumni talk series is not only to enlighten our students, particularly the supply chain and the logistics students pertaining to their career path in logistics and supply chain, but also to connect with our alumni and to develop our alumni community into a more robust network. So that is the objective of our monthly series that we are doing, and thanks to Raslin and its team for doing a wonderful job of organizing a monthly series each month with all our alumnus. And I once again would like to thank Harpreet for accepting our request and for being with us today. We now look forward to hear from you, your experiences and your views on the key trends in supply chain management and the implications for what we call now as the next generation supply chain. So we are looking forward to hear from you, and I hope the students will ask questions and clear whatever doubts, queries they have on the career and the future ahead in terms of supply chain management. So without wasting any time, I would request Harpreet to again take over the session. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Arshuna. Thanks, Aliba, for inviting me. And I wish good evening to all of you. So it's a wonderful opportunity for me to address a gathering where I studied. So it's my first such kind of thing I have done. So I am also in young age in my career. So it's been four and a half years in experience in supply chain. So, so when we talk about supply chain term, it's very broad term. It's not about only handling logistics or handling some trucks. It's all about the value chain, starting from sourcing, to raw material procurement, finalizing vendor in sourcing. Then it comes to your manufacturing. Then in manufacturing also the products development, your value proposition. For value proposition, it's all about how you create a value. Okay, in each stage we create a value. In supply chain, in each stage we create a value, and if you are creating a value, then only it's make a supply chain. And when your end customer does anything, you creates a value, it reaches to a end customers. So that is where a supply chain specialist role is, that how you create a value. Okay, so value differs in different type of supply chain, and the supply chain is different for each and every industry. So now I am in dairy industry, so I am handling supply chain in dairy industry. So currently I am senior supply chain manager in Milk Mantra Dairy, and I am handling Calcutta unit and Western Odisha unit in Sambalpur. So currently, what our scenarios are in Calcutta, we are running around small unit. So we are our dispatches is like small dispatches. So the fleets, the planning, everything evolved around the volume which we are handling. Okay, so when something we starts, suppose today you start a business. So first of all, we plan that how we can, what our supply chain will be. Okay, suppose we have started in Calcutta. Recently, we have launched in Calcutta around April, in April 2021. So what were our first steps in supply chain? So company decided a plant. So we went with the third party plant. There we don't have our own manufacturing. We went with the third party plant. So to evolve around the other things, so the first steps are to start with a procurement. So procurement for dairy industry, raw materials are raw milk, your packaging materials, your that WMPs, all sort of procurement. So from where it will be procured? So we are procuring our sourcing from Odisha. Then again, second thought is how you will dispatch, means deliver the products to the end consumer. So first of all, we need to understand what kind of end consumers we have. Okay, for a dairy industry, our end consumers are our distributors. For e-commerce, end consumers are a single person who can order a piece of mobile or piece of product from his mobile. For a dairy industry, our end customers are distributors who orders in a bulk. So the whole supply chain changes there. So what we have done there, we when our volume proposition, when we got the volume that how many volumes we will be doing in Calcutta. So, accordingly we planned the vendors, how many vehicles we needed, what kind of vehicles we need, and what type of vendors we need. Okay, so we started with a third party vendor. We hired a vendor from Bangalore, because what the action we why we took a third party vendor from Bangalore, because we were resourceless. We want to be resourceless in Calcutta to save the cost of hiring our own employees. This is also part of supply chain, that when you want to have your own supply chain with own fleets, when you want to be a third party fleets. Any questions in between?
So we have questions from our students, like how is the career in supply chain management and logistics for freshers?
So it's an exciting platform, exciting role actually in supply chain, because in every industry, the mother bone, that backbone is supply chain. So there is an immense opportunity for a supply chain enthusiast or a specialist, because there are a number of N jobs starting from executive levels to directors or higher levels. So there is a N number of opportunity. That is what your specializations comes in. Suppose in supply chain there is a demand planning part is there. Okay, that is also part of supply chain. Logistic manager, logistic handling fleets, that is also part of supply chain. Procurement, material management, that is also a part of supply chain. So this is a whole bucket. So there is n number of, that is where you student the course who want to go in supply chain, they need to find their taste. That at what best they are fitted. Like somebody can fit in a procurement who can have the vendor management skills well. Somebody is good at managing fleets or managing last mile delivery. You know last mile delivery. Anybody can explain the last mile delivery? In a term you can heard of last mile delivery. It's a very easy term. Come on, guys. Expect an answer. So you guys are first year students or second year students?
Sir, we are from first year student.
First year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last mile delivery is nothing but where suppose you ordered a mobile. Okay. The guy who reaches you to deliver you, that is the last mile delivery. Okay. So to backtrack that, how that supply chain happened. Okay. So for example, e-commerce. You ordered a mobile. How you order a mobile? Aliba, you can explain how you order a mobile.
We, sir, go through the website, like any of website like Flipkart, Zomato, or anything. Sorry, not Zomato, Flipkart or Amazon or anything. Then there I search for whichever mobile I'm interested in. Then I place order. Then they will give us the message that your order is you have been your product is ordered, and then they give us the required details. But then when it will be when it will be reached to our place, and everything is shared with us through phone.
Okay. So what are the things happened in the background when a person orders a mobile? First of all, there is the technology involved there. It will be a website or it is a mobile application. In backend, there is a ERP. Okay. ERP, you know, ERP Enterprise Resource Planning.
Yes.
Companies like Oracle, SAP, they are best at giving ERP solutions. So when you push a order, that goes into their system. Okay, that is called the order cycle. Order cycle start from a order received from the customer. Then they goes to a billing cycle. Means कस्टमर जो पैसा देता है, कस्टमर पैसा दिया, वो पहला क्रेडिट क्लियरेंस हो गया. उसके बाद देखिए कस्टमर का लोकेशन कहाँ है. सपोज अलीवा इज फ्रॉम भुवनेश्वर. So they will see how they can deliver that product there. Okay, if the product is available in Bhubaneswar hub, then they can dispatch there from Bhubaneswar. Otherwise, it will be starting from their mother facilities. Okay, like Flipkart, they are having whole facilities all over the India. Their mother facilities are operational like in tier 1 cities like Mumbai, Delhi. From there, they will be transshifting the bulk orders to the hubs. Okay, suppose a one lorry will be coming from Mumbai to Odisha, carrying whole stock of all areas that Bhubaneswar or nearby areas. All lorry will be coming to a hub. In a hub, there will be hub in charge. They will be sorting the assignment according to the locations. Then they will be doing a bid plan. Bid planning is or a milk run. We say it a milk run. When a hub manager assign their products the delivery according to a route plan. When a guy starts a bike, they will follow a path which will be optimized and least cost to the company. According to that way, it reaches to you. But for you, it's a very simple thing you order, but in the back end, whole lot of people are engaging. So see the level of employees are engaged in a supply chain. So it's a very exciting job to have, but it's a very also what to say, it's a very busy job also. Okay, because you need to ship a product to a thing, means you need to be involved very hard-heartedly, then only it can be possible.
Okay, sir. So then another question from a student is like, what are the basic skills required for having a career in this field?
Basic skills, first of all, in this era, you need to be very much prompt in ERP. Okay, ERP or any equivalent softwares where companies are operating. So mostly companies are operating in ERP. Okay, in ERP there is a modules, different modules. So for supply chain, it involves FICO, MM module, production module, and sales and distribution module. So guys who are interested, like For suppose I am interested in logistic part, I will be handling logistic part. So I will be having a specialization or knowledge about sales and distribution module, which includes have knowledge about sales and distribution, how distribution happens. Secondly, suppose a guy want to be in procurement, he must have knowledge about module. Suppose a guy have to want to be in commercial. Commercial is when handling the payments and the customer fulfillment. That part is called customer fulfillment part. So that is you need to have a sales and distribution or some part of FICO in ERP. Other things are like you need to go through your regular books also, where you have a case studies, how companies have formed their supply chain. Okay, new things like what's happening now era, because but now we are seeing that rates of fuels are going up. Okay, we are experiencing new renewable energy sources. So next, you think that after 5 years or 10 years, our whole supply chain will be changing. It will be changed drastically because now our cost, what we are incurring in this current solution, the diesel solution or what we are having now is very much high, because our logistics should be very lean and very agile. Okay, when we talk about lean means as per the requirement, means you should be able to deliver at very less cost. Agile means as per requirement. Okay, if my demand is going high, so I should be able to ramp up very fast. If demand is going less, I should be able to also screw myself or I shed my cost and I should be survive the market. When we recently we faced there is this lockdown, what the biggest hit in the manufacturing also, in the other field also. So how companies survived. So I will be giving my Milk Mantra case study, how we survived in this lockdown period. Okay, so pre-lockdown, I will give you scenario what was happening and what we did in lockdown and what's happening now. Okay, pre-lockdown we were supplying around 1 lakh liters of milk per day. Okay, all over Odisha, and we were having fleets around 60 to 70 fleets, and our operations were in Calcutta, in Odisha, and in Raipur. Okay, and in Jharkhand also. So first of all, what we take a decision, we stopped our Jharkhand operation, which was remote and which was very difficult to handle for us. So we stopped that Jharkhand operation. Second, we stopped our Raipur operation, which was contributing very less volume, but we were incurring very high cost. So two steps we taken. Then we made a plan that how efficiently we can deliver products to our customer very easily and very at a less cost. So what are the tools to reduce cost? Because when you will be a supply chain specialist, you will be talking about how you need to optimize. Optimization is a key word. How you optimize things, how you optimize a route. You know routes. Routes are the thing when you plan a vehicle, how which route it will follow. I mean, which are the points it will follow. So when you are a supply chain enthusiast, so you need to know how you can optimize the cost, how you can accommodate bigger consignment in a vehicle, how efficiently, then only you will be a successful supply specialist. Okay. So first of all, we did a route planning. Okay, all over Odisha where we were supplying. We identified where our volumes are very less. Suppose, for example, I will be citing example of Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar, we were using 25 fleets to deliver products. So we identified that is it possible to use 10 fleets without disturbing my current sales or current market. So it was possible. So we reduced around 15 fleets. So that also saved us in upcountry market. So in supply chain, you need to we just in for Milk Mantra we name the routes, local routes and upcountry routes. Local routes which are near to your plant, mother plant. Suppose our mother plant in Puri, so our local markets are Puri, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, and nearby like these are the three local markets. So how efficiently you push products in local market and reduce your distribution in upcountry. Suppose Joda Badbit, you know Joda, I think you all are from Odisha, so you know Joda Badbit. That is a far distance from here. So we service that area once in a week. So these kind of decision we took to survive in the lockdown period. So it's a good question that the fleets we own before lockdown, what we did with that. That's the question. Suppose you are having a supply chain that all 3PL, third party logistics vendors are assigned with you, how they will survive. So this happens with the relationship. When you work in a operations or a supply chain, vendor relationship is a biggest thing you need to follow. Means when you are a supply chain manager, you need to have a vendor relations very efficiently. You need to have backup vendors so that when a crisis situation, you will to have vehicles or kind of help or procurement from a vendors. Okay, so you need to have a relationship. When crisis will be coming, that vendors will be standing besides you. Not कि अगर मेरा वॉल्यूम कम हो गया तो मेरा वेंडर बोलेगा सर मैं इतना कम वॉल्यूम में नहीं कर पाऊँ. Where that is where relationship comes. कि आपका वॉल्यूम कम हुआ तो आपका वेंडर भी आपको सपोर्ट किया, आपका अपना फ्लीट्स को कम करके, और वो खुद भी कुछ कॉस्ट बेयर किया अपना गाड़ी को बैठा के, और कंपनी को भी सपोर्ट किया. बिकॉज they think that if company will survive, then after 2 months or 2 years or 3 years, when situation will be normalized, then they will be getting their work again. So that is where when you are a manager or you are a supply chain executive or whatever post you have, so relationship matters. So till now, if you can ask anything.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, here is my question is, what are the different job roles in supply chain management?
Yeah, actually, I earlier also briefed that in supply chain, it's about logistics, handling fleets, okay, handling fleets of third-party vendor, handling fleets of own vehicle. Suppose a company wants his own fleets, so that role is different from handling a third-party vendor. Okay, then a role in dispatch. Okay, there is a lot of jobs in dispatch. Okay, when vehicles are getting dispatched. Then there is a demand planning job. When you are planning the demand from the, suppose you know anyone know the bullwhip effect? You must have studied bullwhip effect. What is called bullwhip effect? Anybody? That is a very simple phenomena. So there is where a demand planner is required. Suppose, for example, there is a Diwali. Okay, there is a Diwali. There is a surge in the market. For example, but in Diwali, what will be the biggest selling things?
Crackers.
Lights. Lights.
Lights.
Products.
Yes. Maybe electronics. People buy electronics more in Diwali kind of thing, right? For example, I am a shopkeeper. Okay. And shopkeeper, or suppose we are from a company side, so we should talk about that process. So suppose we are a LG company, okay. So for a Diwali we need to plan कि मेरा कितना ऑर्डर आएगा. So मैं मार्केट में पुश किया कि मेरा दिवाली का डिमांड क्या आएगा. सपोज तो डिमांड का कैसे आएगा. सपोज सेल्स पर्सन है, नीचे एसोसिएट्स काम करते हैं. एक सेल्स पर्सन को हम लोग काम में लगाए. So we make a salesperson work that they will take a demand from the market. So suppose one salesperson goes to a store, they ask that how many pieces of TV you need. So shopkeeper told 4. Okay. Then that salesperson reports to its manager. He told वो थोड़ा बढ़ा के बोलेगा. बोला नहीं 4 बोला क्या पता 6 चला जाएगा. बोला 6 डिमांड चाहिए. उसका जो सेल्स मैनेजर है एरिया में, हम लोग उड़ीसा की एनी स्टेट देयर इज अ स्टेट हेड, वो क्या करेगा जितना भी उसका जेडएम है कि आरएसएम उससे स्टॉक लेगा, वो अपना बढ़ा के दे देगा. देयर इज अ गैप. ओके, एक्चुअल डिमांड वाज 4, नेक्स्ट गाय रिसीव्ड 6, नेक्स्ट गाय रिसीव्ड 8, नेक्स्ट गाय रिसीव्ड 10. उसके बाद जब क्या कि प्लांट में पहुंचेगा कि इन द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब इट विल रीच, एक्चुअल डिमांड वाज 4 बट इट विल रीच टू द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब 10. ओके, see the difference. 6. If you are not a good planner, you will be producing 6 more inventory, and in case of TV, there is a no expiry date. Suppose you are a food industry or you are a milk industry, and if you are not planned well, the extra produce will be waste in a 2 days or 3 days. Where the shelf life of products are 3 days. There where a demand planner is required. वो क्या करेगा डिमांड प्लानर? वो क्या करेगा? लास्ट साल का दिवाली का सेल देखेगा लास्ट साल में दिवाली सेल हुआ था 6 का, इस बार मार्केट से डिमांड आ रहा 8 का कि 10 का, उस हिसाब से वो एक तो रेशियो बैठाएगा कि नहीं इस बार हम लोग 8 का रेशियो में चलते हैं. तो दिस इज ए डिमांड प्लानर जॉब. तो दैट इज आल्सो ए सप्लाई चेन थिंग. देन उसके बाद आता है आपका प्रिक्योरमेंट. प्रिक्योरमेंट में आपका क्या होता है? बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज का सेंट्रलाइज प्रिक्योरमेंट सिस्टम होता है. दे नीड ए ह्यूज मैन पावर टू मैनेज देयर प्रिक्योरमेंट. प्रिक्योरमेंट क्या होता है? व्हेन देयर इज ए सोर्सिंग का होता है, मतलब आपका रॉ मटेरियल का प्रिक्योरमेंट होता है, आपका मशीनरी प्रिक्योरमेंट होता है, उसमें भी अलग अलग पार्ट है. उसका फिर आपका कमर्शियल मैनेजर होते हैं. कमर्शियल मैनेजर वो होते हैं जो आपका सेल्स के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन करते हैं. आपका जब सेल आता है उसको उसका पेमेंट आया कि नहीं आया, दैट इज आल्सो अ जॉब देयर. देन आपका कस्टमर फुलफिलमेंट भी पार्ट होता है सप्लाई चेन में. दैट इज द लास्ट पार्ट. व्हेन एवरीथिंग हैपेंस, लास्ट इज कस्टमर फुलफिलमेंट. आपका अगर स्टॉक निकला है आपका फैक्ट्री से तो लास्ट पॉइंट में रीचेस हुआ कि नहीं, उसका पीओडी कलेक्शन, प्रूफ ऑफ डिलीवरी. यू नो व्हाट इज द प्रूफ ऑफ डिलीवरी? एनीबॉडी कैन टेल मी, एक्सप्लेन प्रूफ ऑफ डिलीवरी. Come on, guys, you can explain it. It's a very, I am the proof of delivery. Suppose you deliver that same example. I will give a mobile phone. आप मोबाइल फोन जब डिलीवरी लेते हो, कुछ करते हो ना, उसमें साइन करते हो. That is a proof of delivery. That whole parts comes into customer fulfillment. अगर किसी का ग्रीवरेंस हुआ, पकड़ लो, कोई रिसीव किया मोबाइल, उसमें उसको डिफेक्ट दिखा, वो रिटर्न किया, that goes in a return process. There is also a return process which handles in a customer fulfillment role. So these are the different kind of roles. There are n number of roles which I have also told. So it's an exciting prospect when you talk about holistic view of supply chain.
So can we have some idea about the internships which are provided in the Milk Mantra?
Internship in Milk Mantra we can discuss. We have 3 facilities, so we can discuss with our team. If you can have accommodate 2 to 3 guys for internship.
Sir, what is the process like? Means, how can they apply for it?
So process is like, first of all we need to discuss with the HR team, okay, who handles all placement and these kind of stuff. So we need to first discuss with that, and one of from your side, if you can placement shell or somebody can be in contact with us, so we can discuss that.
Okay, sir. Any questions our students have, can ask them right now. Sir, what are the artificial intelligence techniques used in supply chain and logistics?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, nobody discussed and me also not discussed. So what are the things you can expect that technology is being used in supply chain? किसको क्या क्या लगता है, क्या क्या सप्लाई चेन में यूज हो रहा होगा टेक्नोलॉजी, बताइए. You all are from this age, yeah.
Excel.
ERP, right? So ERP must be important. So apart from that,
Sir, Excel can be used in.
ERP is a basic thing, okay. That is a enterprise resource planning, okay. EI, that is also, that's not artificial intelligence, okay. That is a basic ERP, okay. Artificial intelligence, like when you use some robotics kind of thing. Suppose in a production planning, okay, you are having a production floor, okay, where your production goods are being produced. वहां पर क्या होता है, बारकोड होता है, okay, काउंटिंग के लिए बारकोड होता है. So machines are fitted there to track the how many pieces of produced are there. Okay, अगर मैं क्या कि लास्ट माइल का देखूं कि मेरा गाड़ी से जो माल निकलता है, so we use BTS, vehicle tracking system. You know vehicle tracking system? Somebody can explain what is vehicle tracking system?
And vehicle tracking system, the trucks and the vehicle are tracked by GPS and other monitoring things so that we can track where they are, and especially in cold storage, they locate the temperature and everything so that the product don't get spoiled.
Yeah, that so BTS is a very mandatory thing in supply chain because nowadays you never know what kind of आगे क्या था कि बहुत fleets कम होते थे, आजकल क्या है कि तो the business which is happening, it's a huge. So आप कैसे आपका फ्लूइड्स को कंट्रोल करते हो, मतलब कि सबसे बड़ा बात है कि पकड़ो आपका एक पीस का प्रोडक्ट आप कैसे ट्रैक करते हो, उसके पीछे आपका ब्लॉकचेन लगा हुआ है. पकड़ लो कोई कस्टमर के पास जा रहा है प्रोडक्ट, वो स्कैन करके पता कर पा रहा है कि ये प्रोडक्ट कहाँ से बना है, पकड़ लो उसका मटेरियल, रॉ मटेरियल, पकड़ो मेरा दूध है, जैसे हम लोग का कंपनी का दूध है, you can able to know from where it is being sourced. Okay, the milk from where it is being sourced. That is also AI we used. Okay, second things are अभी companies को क्या हो रहा है, companies having their own data, that software development teams. Okay, they are having their own developers. Recently we launched a Daily Move software in the market. If you are staying in Bhubaneswar, for milk you can order from a Daily Move. Okay, that is being developed in our company itself. Earlier we were using third party software, so now we are using our own software. So that is also a AI software. So you are using a software for receiving order from a customer, then whole supply chain, then delivering to the end customer.
Sir, I have one more question. Sir, what are the major challenges or issues when we are working in supply chain management? What are the
major challenge? Yeah. Okay. Something you want to say again?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
What are the major challenges, sir?
The challenges are like proper vendor management. Suppose अभी मैं 3PL मैनेज कर रहा हूँ, पकड़ लो मेरा मैं देख रहा हूँ मिल्क डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन देखता हूँ, तो मेरे लिए चैलेंजेस क्या है? सबसे बड़ा पहला चैलेंज है कि मेरे पास राइट फ्लीट्स होना चाहिए. राइट फ्लीट्स इन द सेंस, मेरा अगर ऑर्डर जा रहा है 1000 liters of milk, so what kind of vehicle mix you need? Okay, in milk industry everything is constant. Okay, you cannot we are using specialized vehicles. Okay, specialized vehicles means it's a insulated vehicle, it is not readily available in the market, so that is a uniqueness. So uniqueness is not available in a bulk, so that is where your job is critical, how you uses that vehicle mix. और आपको अगर पकड़ लो, मेरे को अगर vehicle plan करना है तो मेरे को 1 महीने का टाइम चाहिए, अगर मैं किसी को बोलूंगा कि मेरे को एक्स्ट्रा गाड़ी चाहिए. So that is a criticality number 1, to have a vehicle mix or vendor. Second thing, इसमें क्या होता है, अगर आपका यूनिकनेस है तो देयर इज ए चैलेंज ऑफ क्या बोलते हैं, कोई आपको धमकी दे सकता है. पकड़ लो मैं एक वेंडर रखा हूँ, 4-5 वेंडर है, यूनिकनेस है तो वो लोग बोल सकते हैं, कभी विड्रॉ कर सकते हैं कि मैं आपके साथ काम नहीं करूंगा. एट दैट टाइम आप क्या करोगे? चैलेंज नंबर 2 मीन्स देयर इज ए चांसेस ऑफ ब्लैकमेलिंग, और आपका क्या बोलते हैं रेट्स में क्या, जैसे अभी क्या रेट बढ़ रहे थे, अभी जैसे डीजल का प्राइस बहुत हाइक हो गया, तो 3 नंबर चैलेंज है. दैट इज एक्सटर्नल चैलेंज जो आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है, बट उसको भी आप कैसे कंट्रोल में लाओगे? व्हेन आप किसी कंपनी में सप्लाई चेन मैनेजर होगे, आपको टारगेट दिया होगा कॉस्ट का, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज ए वैल्यू. ओके, और इन प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इन द एंड, अगर मैं 100 रुपये का धंधा कर रहा हूँ तो मेरा वो कितना कॉस्ट हो रहा है, अगर बिकॉज 1 लीटर मिल्क करने के लिए, 1 लीटर मिल्क डिलीवर करने के लिए मैं कितना रुपया खर्चा कर रहा हूँ. मीटिंग में हूँ, बात करता हूँ, तो 1 लीटर दूध डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करने के लिए मैं कितना रुपया खर्चा कर रहा हूँ. दैट इज ए चैलेंज आल्सो. सो उसको भी मेंटेन करना कि आपका जो कंपनी का कॉस्ट है उसके साथ अलाइन रहना. उसके बाद आपका 3 नंबर चैलेंज है, आप जब डिलीवरी कर रहे हो उसका पीओडी रखना, प्रूफ ऑफ डिलीवरी. प्रूफ ऑफ डिलीवरी नहीं रखोगे तो आपका कस्टमर कभी भी कंप्लेंट कर सकता है कि सर मेरे को प्रोडक्ट नहीं मिला. तो हाउ यू कैन चैलेंज दैट यू हैव रिसीव्ड द प्रोडक्ट? तो हैविंग ए ट्रैकिंग दैट योर प्रोडक्ट हैज बीन डिलीवर्ड, दैट इज ए चैलेंज नंबर 4 और 5. this is the in terms of every industry जब आप काम कर रहे हो, so it varies differently, but these are the common challenge when you have in especially in logistics. Secondly, आपका procurement का बोल सकते हो, अगर आपका procurement आपको सेफ्टी स्टॉक मेंटेन करना होता है प्लांट में, अगर आपका सेफ्टी स्टॉक माइनस हो रहा है तो आप कब ऑर्डर करोगे, क्या रेट में ऑर्डर करोगे, या आपके पास अगर बल्क में मिल रहा है तो उसको आप स्टोर कर सकते हो क्या, तो ये भी चैलेंज। जैसे अभी क्या हुआ बीच में, आपका मिल्क में क्या हुआ, रेट बढ़ गया, WMP का इंग्रेडिएंट है, उसका रेट बढ़ गया बहुत ज्यादा, और कंपनी ने प्रेडिक्ट किया कि 6 महीने के बाद उसका रेट और बढ़ने वाला है, तो कंपनी क्या करेगा उस टाइम में, अभी जो रेट अगर सस्ता में मिल रहा है तो उसको बल्क में खरीद के उसको स्टोर करेगा किसी कोल्ड स्टोरेज में, ताकि उनका नेक्स्ट 1 ईयर और 2 ईयर्स अगर प्राइस हाइक ही होता रहेगा तो वो मिनिमाइज कर सके, ताकि जो कस्टमर को जो रेट में माल दे पा रहे हो उस रेट में आप माल दे सको, बिकॉज प्राइसेस यू डोंट चेंज वेरी फ्रिक्वेंटली। ओके, आप किसी प्राइस का ये डायनेमिक क्या कि फूड इंडस्ट्री में यू डोंट डू डायनेमिक प्राइसिंग। ओके, कि आप आपका डिमांड के हिसाब से आप प्राइस बढ़ा दिए, डिमांड के हिसाब से प्राइस कम कर दिए, यू कैन नॉट डू देयर, बिकॉज इट्स ए डेली कंज्यूमेबल्स, देयर इज ए फिक्स, बिकॉज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कस्टमर्स और कंज्यूमर्स हु अलाइन टू बाय दैट। सपोज एक मिल्क है, उसका रेट अगर 25 है, अगर आप उसको ओवरनाइट आप 26 क्या 30 रुपीज कर दोगे तो कोई नहीं खरीदेगा। सो आपका बैकएंड में जो कॉस्ट है, आपका प्रोक्योरमेंट कॉस्ट हो गया, आपका लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट हो गया, आपका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कॉस्ट हो गया, और आपका ट्रेड ट्रेड मार्केटिंग कॉस्ट हो गया, मतलब आप कितना रुपया मार्केटिंग करने के लिए उसको कितना खर्चा कर रहे हो, एवरीथिंग यू नीड टू स्क्यूज डाउन सो दैट योर एंड कस्टमर्स रेट्स doesn't changes. That is a biggest challenge for a supply chain manager, to maintain the cost and service and serviceability and customer fulfillment.
I think Ajay have a question. Ajay, you can ask a question.
Hello, meeting the call question. Yeah.
Sir, I have one question, sir. Which software will be, sir? Like we use Excel, but I came to know that Power BI is more popular these days than Excel because it is much more faster and convenient.
Meeting the call question.
It's more powerful and more efficient than Excel. So
Yes,
is
yes.
the Power BI the software is more convenient than Excel. Should we focus on Power BI more than Excel?
Yeah, obviously. So first of all, everybody should be very much convenient in Excel. Okay, so Excel is a what do you call, क्या बोलते हैं, bread and butter for every MBA guys. Okay, आप कुछ भी कर लो, ERP यूज कर लो, कुछ भी कर लो, पर सब लास्ट में वो एक्सेल में आएगा। ठीक है, एक्सेल में आपको एनालिसिस करके कुछ ना कुछ उसको करोगे। सो एवरीबॉडी शुड बी फोकस्ड कि आप एक्सेल में प्रो हो जाओ, और आपका क्या बोलते हैं, प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स आपका बढ़ाओ when you are a analyst or kind of a role, because MBA, from every MBA the management expect that they can give us a good analytical skills. Okay, कुछ आप अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल दे सकते हो, कुछ कंपैरिजन स्किल दे सकते हो, तो दीज आर द गुड टूल्स, पावर पॉइंट, BI, एंड दीज आर द वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स। ओके, तो ये बहुत बेसिक है, बहुत सालों से चला आ रहा है एक्सेल, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पावर पॉइंट, BI, तो इसको सीखना बड़ा जरूरी है। और गूगल फॉर्म्स वगैरह हो गया, गूगल फॉर्म्स भी बहुत यूजफुल है आज का डेट।
Thank you, sir.
So what are the top courses one can do for excelling in this career?
एक्सेल में अच्छा कोर्सेज,
Top courses.
yeah. So what first of all that ERP thing. Okay, ERP में आप कोई ना कोई स्पेशलाइजेशन लीजिए अगर आप लोग इस फील्ड में आना चाहते हो, बिकॉज इट्स ए प्योर ऑपरेशन। ओके, सो वन कैन गो इन ए डिमांड प्लानिंग, वन कैन गो इन ए प्रोक्योरमेंट MM मॉड्यूल, और कोई सेल्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में जा सकता है। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एवरीबॉडी शुड बी वर्स विद ERP, बिकॉज आजकल कॉमन थिंग है ERP किसी से पूछना। उसके बाद आप सेकंड सॉफ्टवेयर से है, जैसे आपका कंपनीज लाइक लोगो है, लॉजिस्टिक कुछ कंपनी है जो क्या बोलते हैं, वो लोग क्या करता है, रूट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्लानिंग करता है। सपोज देयर इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर बीटीएस, बीटीएस में वर्ष हुई है कि बीटीएस क्या क्या नया नया बीटीएस सोल्यूशन आ रहा है मार्केट में, तो हाउ यू कैन यूज दैट सोल्यूशन टू योर एग्जिस्टिंग फोन, जिस फोन में काम कर रहे होगे आप, क्या बीटीएस को यूज करके उसका कुछ फायदा ले सकते हो। सेकेंडली आप आपका बिलिंग साइकिल, बिकॉज वेन यू आर इन ए सप्लाई चेन आपको पेमेंट करना पड़ता है, वेंडर्स को पेमेंट करना पड़ता है। सो आपका बिलिंग के लिए अलग अलग सॉफ्टवेयर आता है, उसके लिए कौन कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर आप मार्केट में अवेलेबल है। अगर कोई बड़ा कंपनी नहीं है तो वो लोग ईआरपी यूज नहीं कर सकता है, तो उसके अलावा कौन कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर ऐसा है वो लोग यूज करेगा, उसमें वो वर्ष रही है। सो यू नीड टू होल एक्सप्लोर कि मार्केट में क्या हो रहा है। अभी महिंद्रा लॉजिस्टिक क्या कर रहा है, अभी महिंद्रा लॉजिस्टिक अभी क्या किसी थर्ड पार्टी के साथ मिलके एक नया वेयर हाउस बना रहा है अपना महाराष्ट्र में समथिंग। सो वहां पर क्या प्रोस्पेक्टस है, आप लोग क्या वहां पर फिट हो सकते हो, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रोल दे आर ऑफरिंग इन ए वेयर हाउस। सो फर्स्ट एंड आई जस्ट फॉरगेट दैट होल पार्ट, वेयर हाउस मैनेजमेंट ये सबसे बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म है इंडिया में। अगर जॉब, अगर आपका प्रिक्योरमेंट, आपका जो ऑपरेशन को छोड़ के अगर जॉब है तो वेयर हाउस में है, सप्लाई चेन में। तो एक तो पूरा पार्ट है वेयर हाउस में आप कैसे काम करते हो, मीन्स यू विल बी हैविंग ए वेयर हाउस टू मैनेज स्टॉक। ओके, तो आपका सीएफटी कैलकुलेशन कि मेरा एक एरिया में कितना स्टॉक स्टैक हो सकता है, एक तो स्टैकिंग करने का नॉर्म्स होता है, पैलेट्स होते हैं, पैलेट्स को कैसे यूज करते हैं, दीज आर वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स। ये आप अभी ये अपना ध्यान दिमाग में लगा लो, आप जब भी कहीं जॉब में जाओगे ना, यू विल बी परफॉर्मिंग वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स जो आप इवन आपका एलिमेंट्री स्कूल में पढ़े होगे, लर्न ब्रेथ एंड हाइट को कैलकुलेशन करके कैलकुलेशन दैट यू विल बी यूजिंग दैट फार्मूला। ओके, so just brush up your basics only and you will be successful. You don't need to be have a rocket science to be successful in a supply chain field. So you need to have your instinct or basic things and you will be successful. That is my guarantee.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we have come to the end of this session. It was an insightful hearing from our experienced alumni and learning the tips and tricks of how logistics and supply chain industry works and its future prospects. Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
taking
you,
the
Aliva.
time from your busy schedule and enlightening us with your thoughts.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Actually,
I-
right now I am in factory only, so my phones are ringing because now our planning will be starting for milk industry. Our loading starts from 4 p.m. So that's all planning is waiting. So thanks, no issues. We are ready for any sort of knowledge sharing. Everybody can send me a DM in my LinkedIn. Any sort of help I can do at my best.
Yes, sir. So I would like to also thank Mayushi ma'am and Surya sir for their guidance and cooperation in making this event a successful one. And thanks to all the students for being
Thank you, Harpreet.
Thank you, Aishi ma'am. Thank you. It was great experience. So it was my first. So thanks everybody to be kind to me. So maybe next time I will be more frequent or more versed
Thank
with
you.
this.
Yeah, thank you, Harpreet. Yeah, we Harpreet, I just want to share and thank you. It was quite insightful for me also. Now, since you said that you would connect with us, we'll also definitely connect with you. Whatever we can plan some industry visits to Milk Mantra by the students, those who are interested. And Harpreet, you'd be happy to know that we have launched a dedicated alumni portal for School of Management.
Actually, ma'am, your voice is a little bit.
I'll ask Rasheen or anyone to share the details. Please register so that we can bring all our alumni under one platform and get connected there. Also, please spread the word among your batchmates, fellow mates, to register in the alumni portal. And
Okay,
thank
thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
thanks, Ayushman. Thanks. Aliva, if any information I have missed, what ma'am voice was not coming properly, you can connect me later on. Okay.
Yes, sir, sure, sure.
Thanks, guys. So all the best for your future, and I hope somebody, all from you, doing well in a good industries. So go for I would suggest for a manufacturing industries in your career, because it's a very exciting job, because you will be having very much joy, because it's a busy work. Okay, and somebody can also go in a e-commerce field. So supply chain, you will be having a good demand. Okay, so just buckle up. So you will be going good. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.